Alright, Schlockmeister fans, what do you get when you have a married woman who is frigid with her husband? So she decides to find strangers on a bus, rub up and down on them, and go have sex with them. It's the lovely Lady Braga, Lady on the Bus. This is a real movie. Let's check it out. This is Carlos on his wedding day. He's marrying the lovely Solange.
Nervous? Of course, that's natural. It's absolutely inevitable.
How are you? Good to see you.
That's his father.
Thank you very much for coming.
You wouldn't miss it.
Sonia Braga plays Solange, the lovely bride. On the way back to the home,
Give me a kiss then.
Carlos is getting a little frisky.
Not here.
Just a little one.
The driver.
Can't see us?
In the mirror.
I'm your husband now.
Not now.
Is now the time?
I want my kiss now.
Calm down. You're hurting me.
Solange is a little resistant to him.
No.
Is he finally going to get laid?
No, Carlos, no. I've got a favor to ask you.
Okay, what's the favor?
I don't want anything to happen tonight.
So I still gotta wait?
Well, Carlos is not going to take no for an answer, and he
I'm being raped.
essentially rapes his wife.
No. Oh.
Be quiet.
Stop.
We got a full frontal nude scene from Sonia Braga here, but I can't show any of that to you.
I feel like I've been violated. You've ruined our love with sex.
Wedding.
But Solange is horrified by sex.
Right. So what?
So what? You mean that?
I do. I surely do. In my opinion, a wife needs to be frigid.
Frigid.
You're a grown man now, and we can discuss these things. No woman on earth was a better wife than your mother. But she was frigid. She was a saint because she was frigid.
You want to say? I was afraid of doing something wrong.
Is she coming around? The answer is no.
It's no use. I just don't feel it.
A friend of hers. She confides
Yes,
in.
I do. At times, when a woman is sexually incompatible with one man, she can be perfectly at ease with another or others.
What's Solange gonna do?
Why don't you try psychoanalysis? It might work.
I was 11 years old.
Solange tells their shrink some story about how she saw some people having sex when
On
she
the other
was
side of our garden, there
really
was
young,
a
and it
clock.
terrified her. Anyway, she and Carlos go to some burlesque show with some friends of them,
What are you afraid of?
and then she decides to take her friend's advice. Maybe she can be frisky with somebody else, so she plays footsie with Carlos's best friend. He footsies right back.
I don't trust my wife.
Solange?
That's right, Solange.
It can't be true. Come on.
Why doesn't he trust
Oh,
her?
you want facts? I'll give you one. I was out with Solange, Asusao, and his wife. I happened to drop my napkin. As I was picking it up, I saw it all. I saw it. I saw my wife's foot on top of Asusao's, back and forth and playing around with each other. I saw it.
When she's alone, she invites Footsie Man over.
Do me a favor.
What?
Turn away from me.
There.
She's gonna pull out a boob here.
Can I turn around?
Yes.
What's...
Which leads to an immediate affair. Can't show you much of this, but he's a lucky fellow.
What'd you say?
Give me a cigarette.
But does she have feelings for him?
Get your own.
She
What'd you
doesn't.
say?
I don't like you.
You don't like me. Yet you'll go to bed with me? Your husband's best friend?
Stop screaming.
I want to know why you said that. Why are we here?
I'm frigid. I'm frigid with my husband. And I had to find out if it's only with him or with anyone.
Not satisfied with just Carlos's friend, she decides to get on a bus. And while she's on that bus, she decides to rub and grind up against a stranger who's all too happy to oblige. This leads to a romp on the beach. Now she's rubbing her butt on a fence. I don't know why. But I think she's off to find more men. So she's waiting at the bus stop, and the bus driver and his buddy notice her. Fortunately, they have a lot of passengers already.
Off the bus, it's broken.
So they come up with a plan.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got a little engine problem. This is the end of the line. We gotta take this bus back to the garage. Everybody off.
And once everybody's off the bus, they pick her up.
Step right up, honey.
Then the driver finds a way to get his buddy off the bus. And then he takes Solange to a waterfall where they make passionate love. But Solange just can't get enough of strangers on the bus. She takes the older man there to the cemetery where they're going to do it.
Everything.
Carlos finds out,
You slut.
well, some of it anyway.
Slut. Slut!
You've been drinking.
Come here and look at me. I want to look you straight in the eye, you whore.
I don't think I have the guts.
That's an order. Slap my face.
And we see another story with another guy.
Forget your son's funeral and slap my face right now. That's no good. Of course, for like this.
That slapping led to more of this. She reveals it all to Carlos.
If he'd been the only one, I swear I would kill that bastard Asunsan. Yeah, but I can't go running around the city shooting all your lovers.
Carlos isn't doing too well.
For the last time. I'm dying. I am dead.
So she leaves him with some rosary beads. Obviously, he's not really dead. And then she leaves. She sees her
Not
shrink.
like any other woman.
I'm sorry to tell you this, but you're just like other women.
I don't think you understand. I love my husband, but I make love to any man that comes around. Do you get it now?
She gets mad and walks out.
What am I saying? Why can't you follow it? A sickness!
She curses him out.
A sickness! A sickness! A sickness!
I don't know why she's so mad at her shrink. But she walks out. Walks down the street. And that's the end of our movie. Okay, let's talk about Sonia Braga, the star of Lady on the Bus. The Spanish title is Dama do Latacio or something like that. It probably means Lady on the Bus. Anyway, this is a movie I'll tell you real quick. I had this class when I was a senior in high school. I think it was called Mass Media. Miss Neville, she was a cool teacher. This was all about media stuff, and she wanted us to keep like a journal every week. We had to turn in like 4 entries at the end of the week, basically describing something we'd seen, an ad, a movie or TV show, which I thought this was fantastic. A lot of people were cutting out things of magazines and reviewing these ads. Screw that. I just reviewed TV shows and movies I was watching. It was fantastic. Loved it. Anyway, I remember doing a review for this movie, Lady on the Bus, trying to describe this to my mass media teacher as a senior in high school. Quite a film. What we got here is a woman, Sonia Braga. She plays Solange. She just got married to Carlos, and they've been childhood friends. They grew up together. She's a virgin. I don't know if he is. Probably, who knows. But anyway, come wedding night, she doesn't really want to do anything. She's frigid with him. She just doesn't, she's not into it. She doesn't want to do it. Carlos is like freaking out. He's horny as hell, so he decides to basically rape her. I guess they do consummate their marriage a few weeks later, but she's totally not into him. She's not into anybody as far as she can tell. She's just frigid. That's how they describe her. Frigid, frigid, frigid. Well, she speaks to someone who says, well, maybe you're not frigid with everybody. Maybe you're just frigid with him. She's kind of taken back by that because she loves her husband. But nonetheless, she decides she's going to try to sleep with Carlos's best friend. Which she does. Turns out she likes that too. She doesn't like the guy, but she likes having sex with him. So at least she knows she's okay in that respect. Then she decides to take it a little further. She decides to go on a bus and rub up and down in this guy's crotch, grind into him and everything. And they go out and have sex on a beach, and she goes back to the bus later on, has sex with another person that she grinds on. That's basically what she does. She has sex with anybody, but can't have sex with her husband. Her husband eventually finds out about all these affairs. They're not really affairs, they're just kind of one-offs. And then he's freaking out. He's going to kill somebody. But then she says, well, there's a lot of people. He's like, I can't go around killing all of your affairs. So, all of your lovers. So, but whatever. So anyway, he's totally distraught. She's distraught too, but that doesn't really stop her. She goes out and she has a shrink that she's been seeing, and she kind of yells at the shrink and then walks out on the shrink, and then she walks off in the distance, and that's kind of how our movie ends. There's no resolution here whatsoever. What happened to Carlos? Well, last we see him, he's like laying in a bed saying, I'm dead, I'm dead. He wasn't really dead, but maybe he was dead inside. I don't know. And where was Solange going? Why was she yelling at her shrink? I don't know. A lot of unanswered questions here. Sonia Braga, you left us hanging. So anyway, this movie came out in 1978. It's a Brazilian-made film. I have a few Sonia Braga movies, actually. I reviewed one not too long ago, earlier this year, called I Love You, A Tu Amo. I also have a movie of hers called Gabriella, which I'll review at some point down the road. This is the English language version of this. To my knowledge, it has not been released on DVD anywhere. I suspect that if it ever does get a DVD release, it's probably going to be Spanish only, or maybe there'll be some English subtitles. I don't know, but at least I have the English version here, which came out on Vestron Video VHS tape back in the 80s, which I have actually. I think I have 2 pre-recorded copies of this tape, actually. So I burned my own DVD here and made some box art from it. That is what the box looks like. So anyway, it's quite a film. Yes, I reviewed it as a 17-year-old in high school. So anyway, check it out. Tons of nudity in this movie, actually. Sonia Braga is a lovely, lovely woman. Sonia Braga, by the way, is still acting today. She did some stuff. I think she did the movie Immediate Family not too long ago, which I actually saw in the theater. I think it was earlier this year, actually. I think she's like 70 years old now, but this was her in her prime, and she's looking great. So check it out. Lady on the Bus. Leave some comments down below. Watch it. Bye.